We're starting off with Laszlo's Blade. My goodness. If a movement skill like reposition, shove, pivot, etc. is used by unit or target's unit, grants attack speed, defense res +4 to target. Is used by unit or target, grants attack speed, defense res +4. Oh, that's huge. And allies within 2 spaces of unit and target or ally for 1 turn after movement. So basically, wait, does he even come with a movement skill?
No, he comes at noontime.
Right, that's weird. But basically, if you use a movement skill,
all stats +4 to his target and allies within 2 spaces.
To target or targeting ally.
Excludes unit.
So it doesn't work on himself.
Correct.
Then what the hell's the point?
The refine.
If unit is within 3 spaces of 2 or more allies who each have total bonuses of greater than 10, given he adds 16, that's easy to fulfill, grants attack defense +3 during combat and unit attacks twice. Ooh, but there's a lot of speed Laszlo's out there.
Not a lot, but there are some.
It's
sure? Mostly just that IP did speed last.
No, not just IP. I've seen a lot of speed Laszlo's.
Laszlo is one of those units who can be done in speed, and sometimes people do it, but it doesn't always happen that way.
Okay. Well, at this point, guys, you should definitely go for plus attack, because this is, it's kind of reminding me of Mythic Leaf in the respect of being within 3 spaces of an ally. Granted, he has to be basically positioned. There has to be a positional skill, or they are buffed up with like double tactics or something like that. As long as they're over 10 buffs.
Yeah, so it's still the 3 spaces, and he still has some buffs and follow-up built in, although this is Brave.
Right.
And it's just that he buffs his allies and makes use of those buffs instead of killing his allies.
Either way, that's really, really good.
This gives him a pretty relatively easy dual-phase Brave weapon, which is, I think, the first time we've had a dual-phase Brave weapon in the normal pool.
Yeah, and his defense and his attack's pretty decent, so yeah, that
it's
does a lot.
53 plus attack, if I remember correctly, 52, something like that. No, 54. My bad.
Okay, so if the Laszlo's Blade, being a legendary weapon or unique weapon, having 16 might, and on top of that +3 attack from having the buff itself, it's actually pretty useful. Now,
yeah,
I like the utility here because you can set it up for himself, like by having one of your other allies or other characters in your team reposition him forward, and he can move up 3 spaces forward and still get the buffs to double.
Yep.
And he can reposition somebody forward or draw back them, and then they get the +4 to everything.
Or his allies even closely nearby, they'll still get the buffs, so he can do somebody completely unrelated to your strategy and still make it work.
Okay.
Like he can draw back your dancer, and then your main unit can go forward.
Yeah, but these are actual buffs because it grants attack speed, defense res +4 to target. Okay. All right, it's I like it because it has a lot of utility. It makes Laszlo a lot more attractive to use.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
You gotta be a little wary of panic, but otherwise, I mean, a little silly, but to put things into perspective, Altina has access to her A slot, while Laszlo doesn't, but even with her perf A slot, she only hits 55 attack. Laszlo hits 57 with his blade at plus attack. So she would hit 58.
It's just from what you guys were saying, I thought it was going to be like even more insane. I mean, this is still really good.
Yeah, it means that you now have a much easier option Brave Sweeper in the enemy phase. That isn't cavalry.
Okay, true. Okay, next we'll go right. Jakob's Tray.
RIP.
If unit initiates combat, inflicts attack speed, defense res -4 on foe during combat.
Fox Tome.
Yeah, that's just a Fox Tome, which is good, but still. And then additionally, if unit is within 3 spaces... Oh my god, they're really going with these 3 spaces stuff this month, huh? If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally who has HP under 100%, grants attack speed, defense res +4 to unit during combat. Ooh.
If there's an ally damaged, even remotely nearby, then he'll get an all +4.
I get it. Like, I get it. That is, you'll create a plus-minus difference of 8 on all stats, which works out to 38. Sorry, 32. A difference of 32 in stats. Like, it really patches up his shitty stats, but man, I'm not even sure if that's enough, though.
Let's see. So, plus attack Jacob, minus res. Mine is. That's what mine is. That would put him up to 54 attack. 39 speed,
Uh,
-5, 36,
I think it's
33 defense, and then 29 res at base.
Oh, dude, you realize for all the work you're putting in, he kind of just normalizes as a result.
Well, he's already so far behind, he needs something to normalize.
I know, but that's actually kind of depressing because even with all of that, he just becomes pretty good. Pretty good. Not like excellent, but pretty good as a dagger hero.
Yeah, well, Jacob was pretty good everywhere anyways, so... I mean, the other daggers are more specialized for a reason.
Here's the thing, if you put Jacob's trait on like another character, I would be a lot more ecstatic, but because he was like, he didn't have an advantage in anything really. I think his best thing was his HP.
What are you talking about? His HP, I think, is 38.
Then what the hell is he actually good at?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, he has a... Hold on, where's my Jacob? I just lost track of my Jacob. He has, I guess, 25, 24 bulk. Oh, 39 HP.
Man, this is
I mean,
sad.
Gaius is 42. Well, Jacob himself is pretty sad, so you kind of needed something. I mean, don't get me wrong, though. 39 speed, where he only has 31 base. Kind of works.
It kind of works, but it takes work. Guys, it's not free. Your ally has to be hurt. That's the problem.
Which is, I mean, admittedly really easy, especially if you're using Lift. But, like,
pairing him with Lift?
as long as an ally is damaged within remote distance,
okay,
it's fine.
I understand that, but here's the thing. That part isn't free because that means he can't be the first to engage. He has to depend on an ally to engage, and then he has to take that setup. It's...
I mean, he's not exactly... by design going to be the first to engage anyways.
I understand that, but like it restricts him a lot, so I like that fact that they're going to essentially add 32 extra stats to him. Like, it helps him a lot. The problem is, like, it's... I kind of felt like they even had to do more than that. Because I felt like he needed more than just stats to make up for himself. Alright, I guess that's debatable. Anyways, moving on.
Stat ball.
He's just a stat ball now. But here's the thing. If he's just a stat ball, I'd rather take Saizo.
Yeah. I mean, Saizo takes a little more setup onto himself because he has to actually, you know, debuff first. Somebody has to do that.
I know, but he can make that happen by himself. Jacob kind of needs somebody.
Well, he also has to wait until the enemy phase to do so, so you have to use a close counter build or get danced. Whereas,
I know, but that build's
as long
very
as
potent.
Jacob waits a little bit, it's probably free for the rest of the fight.
Here's the thing. I mean, I guess we can come back to this, but I feel like there's other dagger heroes that are in the free-to-play pool I would rather take. I would even take Matthew, but Saizo and Matthew.
Yeah, mostly Saizo. If you can build a good Saizo, you have a good unit. If you build a good Jacob, you have an okay unit. But you don't need to go as far as Jacob. You kind of got to go further with Saizo.
Alright, anyways, next is Devil Axe. Grants attack speed, defense res +4 during combat, but if unit attack deals 4 damage to unit after combat.
Death.
Did I not tell you it would be like that Fury kind of effect? It is literally Fury. Oh my goodness.
Yep. I was expecting self-harm. I just... Death.
Oh my god, I was dude, guys, I said it was gonna be Fury Wrath.
Well, you're right.
The start turn of unit's HP is under 75% and unit, or equal to 75%. Units attacks trigger specials. Grants special cooldown count -1 and deals 10 damage when special triggers. Man, I feel good because you guys can go back to that video where I said it's probably gonna be a Fury effect and with Wrath. And it's exactly that. But here's the thing, I would rather take Devil Axe over most other things here. Actually, this makes him a lot better.
And extremely better.
Because...
I mean, his res is not great, but otherwise...
No, it's I know that, but it's a perfectly synergetic weapon. That chip damage takes you into Wrath. Those stats he needed. He was like at middling, well, above average speed. For his time.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. He's not that quick. So
32.
Yeah. It all works out because now it's so easy to build him. You just get him, refine him. Hell, just drop Fury, double Fury with this, and you could do
double Wrath if you feel like having fun, or you could do Wrath Desperation.
But double Wrath, wait a second, does the cooldown count part?
Yes.
That
so you get
stacks?
-2 cooldown at the start of every turn.
What the? That would be amazing then.
Yeah, you could It's not slaying, unfortunately, but you could still do, like, you could set up Moonbow at that point, or if you feel like you can get the double bonfire.
Dude, a Moonbow will be amazing, because that's 10, 10, 20 damage true.
20 true damage plus whatever Moonbow itself does.
Yeah. I'm down with this. I think this is...
I'm going to do this one. And I think I'll do Laszlo's as well, but I'm doing that for fine.
Okay, Mr. Shao Dragon Lover, you were going to do it anyways, regardless.
Well, I kind of wanted to do Jacob's. I wanted to do Jacob's and... no.
Okay. But yeah, like, honestly, that is a really good refine. I like that. That's my favorite one here so far. It's perfectly synergetic.
It's perfect. Like,
it's perfect.
It's so easy to use. And for reference, Barst has 49 HP with the refine. Then with his Devil Axe, he has 54 attack. Goes up to 58 with the Fury. 39 speed plus speed with his refine. 34 defense, and if he's minus res, 17 res. Neutral res is 20.
Right.
So he has 58, 39 offenses just with Devil Axe plus speed.
Okay, and then... wait, that's without Fury added? Like Ace skill Fury?
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, guys. Well, if you add Fury in his Ace slot, that's like a 60 attack hero who chips how much damage to himself? 10 to himself. Like, that's reasonable to get yourself into Wrath. If you do double Wrath on him, I really like that. This is a cool refine.
Yeah, no, this refine will do so much for him. Like, I'm gonna build Fury. Just give him Fury, give him Moonbow, maybe give him Desperation. If you're feeling gutsy, give him Wrath, and you're good.
Yep. Okay. Anyways, moving on. I think that's going to be my favorite refine. Next is Father's Tactics. At start of combat, if unit's res is over foe's res, which is easy because Morgan has a shit ton of res. Well, not that much anymore, but when she came out...
5, if I remember correctly.
Well, that's still really, really high, but for a mage, it's not like crazy anymore.
34. Yeah.
At start turn, if unit's res is over foe's res, grants attack speed, defense res +4 during combat. I like that. That is easy to trigger. So easy.
It's even easier than Deirdre. If I may recall, Deirdre's refine. If she has 3 more res than her target, she gets an additional 3 res, 3 in all stats.
Ah, so 1 extra.
Which is way harder.
Yeah, that's
1 less stats for Deirdre, and it also takes 2 more res.
Wow. Wow. That is power creep.
I mean, at least in Deirdre's defense, she's
anti-dragon.
Lull everything.
I know.
And lull everything.
Yeah, she's still really good. To be frank, but anyways, grants attack speed +3 to allies within 2 spaces during combat. That's nice. That's double drives, attack, drive speed. If units within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed +3 to unit during combat. Oh my goodness, that is so good.
That is both halves of Camilla's axe without the movement restrictions.
Without movement restrictions, and can work on... yeah, it works on everybody. And herself. Wow, that is so good. That is extra 7 attack. Sorry. Yeah, that's 7 attack. 7 speed, 4 defense, 4 res. Very, very easily.
Yep. I think she only has 30 speed, if I remember correctly. So this just puts her to an acceptable par.
Okay. No longer do you guys need to use Morgan with, like, Blade Tome or her stupid tome, which was,
Serpent,
yeah, Serpent Tome, aka like it's distant defense.
Yep.
So yeah, no longer do you have to use anything like that. Base builds before, yeah, this turns her offensive actually.
You're gonna need to jack up her res. I was a little off. She has 33 resistance, so might be a bit tough. A little.
I know, but it's fine. It's fine. 33 works in most situations.
Yeah.
I would automatically suggest Fury just because. If you add Fury, she could essentially add 10 extra speed to her. So getting over 40 speeds really easily, even at neutral.
Yep.
And that extra res helps you. So yeah, I would suggest Fury. Like, wow, they turned her offensive. I can't believe it.
I thought they would just completely ditch her speed and go for a res.
I know, but
wrong.
They still use their res. Okay. I like that I like that too. Okay. So for me, number 1's Devil's Axe.
Yep.
Pretty simple. Number 2, Father's Tactic. I really like this because it's redefined the character. Not only is she still good at what she does, which is supposed to be a flying mage with a decent amount of res, they've actually added a ton of speed to her, so she can now play an offensive role, which she wasn't originally meant for. And for all the people who already built their Morgans, I've seen so many Blade Tone Morgans, so many attack speed Morgans. This synergizes perfectly into those kits, so it's fine.
Yeah, this doesn't hurt people with their builds, and I like that.
Yeah, and then for the third one, I have Laszlo's Blade, mostly just because I appreciate it a lot, and it's certainly better and easier to set up than Jakob's tray. But it's not that it's bad refines, it's just the other two refines. I mean, Double Axe has me like salivating over the double wrath potential.
Oh yeah, no, it's such a good refine for so simple a concept.
Yeah.
The thing with Laszlo's Blade is that it's fantastic, but hard.
Right.
Like, if you can make it work, you might have a better Vantage Sweeper than almost anything else.
Right.
But you have to make sure to control those buffs.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, Jakob's tray, it's just the least exciting because I don't think that... Honestly, I'm happy for Jakob to get a refine. The problem is, even with everything, it is still just like he's a component in the team. Just a component. And that component is just stats.
Yep.
Which kind of sets it up as he's your primary offensive option. I would suspect
or at least
that.
a survivalist support option, since he can at least have some bulk.
I know. I don't think he can be a support hero though. But yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, he'll at least provide Dagger 7, but
yeah,
like
I
he'll
think he could
make a solid option. Just
I think that's really the idea here, where he's supposed to just be debuffing primarily. This actually keeps him alive pretty damn well.
Yeah, he has renewal in his base kit, and this puts his bulk across the board to be pretty respectable. So it's not like he's going to be dying quickly, it's just...
It's not that Jakob's Stray is a bad refine, it's that in order to use the weapon you need to build Jakob.
Here's the thing, I do believe what you're saying. I think you can make a really good Jakob, but you gotta put in a ton of work. And
Jakob is everything.
Right, I frankly believe you can do better. Easier.
Yeah.
So
like Saizo, you have to work a little bit to actually get his debuffs going, but once you do, he's much easier to work with. It's just you might need some expensive fodder. Jakob's gonna require merges, dragon flowers, fodder, everything to jack up his stats everywhere.
All right. Anyways, so in order, I think, unless you disagree, Devil Axe, Father's Tactics, Laszlo's Blade, then Jakob's Trade.
Yeah, I want to put Laszlo's Blade above Father's Tactics. Maybe Devil Axe, if and only if somebody can make it work really well. You have to be able to control your buffs. If you can do that, it's probably the best refine here. Dual Phase Brave, just for having 10 buff on 2 allies. That's not too bad.